the wait is finally over. But you guys want to see my first ever tank kill? We just spawned in conquest mode, and we've got our tank at the ready. We spot our target, we fire, and we get triple, which is pretty awesome. That's a great way to start a game, and especially a great way to start your tanking of Battlefield 4. But it's finally here. Battlefield 4 has been released here in the UK. I know you guys in the US have been playing it for the majority of this week, so it's fucking old news to you guys, but we finally got our hands on it and we are ready to go. We've been playing it. I've been actually playing it all day today, and it is fucking awesome. I'm loving it. And this missile launcher here, the M8T Law, something like that. We'll see it come up in a second here once I eventually do take down a vehicle. There it goes. The M8T Law is it's a fairly strange RPG rocket launcher, bazooka, Panzerschreck, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, but it's it's pretty fun to use. It's pretty strange. I think actually it does slightly less damage than say like an RPG or something like that. But if you fire near your target, it will swoop round and hit it. It just, like, if you're going slightly past the target, like fairly close, you need to still have pretty decent aim to hit wherever you're shooting at. But if it goes anywhere near it, it will swoop round and it'll hit the fucker, which is pretty damn awesome. I approve. It's something different, and it's got its pros and its cons. But this right here is pretty awesome too. I actually quite like this. This flag here is on a train, and whoever possesses the train, or the flag, the train actually moves towards their home base. And you can actually jump on the train and use the MGs in the front and the back. And as I'm sitting on the back of it just here, that guy was about to shoot at me. You could see him going up and looking at me. He was like, "What are you doing?" He was about to blast me, and I'm just like, "Nope." Pop right round the front. And I was kind of fairly safe from incoming fire from that LAV. But yeah, so far I've been thoroughly enjoying this game. It's pretty damn awesome, and I feel that it is a step up from Battlefield 3. Whether or not you think it's leaps and bounds better, different, whatever, a lot of people have been sort of saying it's just Battlefield 3.5. They have a point, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'll be playing a lot of this. To take down a helicopter there with a train. Yeah, that's something that's new in Battlefield right there. Taking down choppers with trains and shit. And right here, as we spawn in, this here is my first ever life in Battlefield 4. This year, it was my first ever game. Spawned in, playing Paracel Storm Rush, and we spawned on a boat that was just sort of chilling out in the middle of nowhere. There was a storm on, and some shit's going down here. It looks all epic and stuff as we're swimming to shore. It reminds me of playing the D-Day mission on Medal of Honor Frontline. This, I don't know, just sort of like a beachhead type deal. There's cover all over the shop. There's people trying to mow us down as we're coming towards them. And I'm using this piece of shit gun. I hate this thing, the MX4. And yeah, that was the first time I'd used that RPG I was talking about, and I was like, what the fuck? I think I hit the other boat. I'm not really too sure what happened there. It was really strange, and my guy's like, shit, get out of this water, man. I'm gonna pretty much drown, but that's right here. Okay, so we move up this right-hand side and pay attention to what's going on just here. We take down our first ever kill. That guy there, you sir have the honor of being our first ever kill on Battlefield 4. There's going to be many thousands to come, but you are first. And we try and take down a guy in the distance. Unfortunately not. And then I get eaten by concrete. Yeah. This is my first ever life, and I seem to have found an exploit, or a glitch, or just a bug, or whatever you want to call it. It's, I'd say it's an exploit. It kind of is, but it's not a very useful one. I mean, I'm getting like fucking gargled by the ground at the moment, and I'm sorry to that person. I'm sorry. I killed you while I was through the ground. I could have killed your friend right there second, but I do eventually kill him right after he actually goes back and revives the first guy that I killed. But I was busy typing like, what the hell? My guys spawn on me here. They're probably like, what the fuck is going on? And then when I eventually do get halfway through the ground, I don't believe the ground was setting me free just yet. But I think my leg was still stuck through the ground, and I do get killed by the first guy that I shot, so in a way justice was served by that guy, and I apologize for the ones that I did shoot. But there was a guy right there, and I was like, what the fuck? And I wanted to know if I could shoot them or not. But yeah, that's pretty strange, that right there. That was the, that was my first life, and I get eaten by the ground. So, watch out for that part of the map, playing Paracel Storm Rush. Don't get eaten by concrete. That's the moral of the day, really. May also notice there, I actually hit the helicopter the first time, and he didn't give a shit, and then I hit it a second time in a row, And again, he didn't give a shit, as if he's made of like titanium alloy and just, yeah, he just doesn't care, man. Tank shells ain't shit to him. You may be wondering, why am I only playing this on the Friday instead of playing this on a Tuesday like everyone else? Like I said, the game released here in the UK on the Friday, but a lot of UK YouTubers actually have been playing this since Tuesday, and the reason for that was they used a thing called a VPN, where you basically trick Origin into thinking that you're from America where the game is released, so they let you play it. And that's what they've been doing. But I didn't do that, and well, there was a valid reason for it, and that was that I didn't actually own the game yet. I didn't have a digital copy of the game because I didn't buy from Origin because they're rip-off con-arse bastards. So, yeah, and I eventually do kill that guy. It takes 3 tank shells and some bullets to the face. I actually killed the guy with the coaxial machine gun. So that was pretty strange. But I bought a physical copy of the game from somewhere else. Simply due to the fact that I didn't think I was going to be able to play using a VPN anyway, because the last time I tried to use a VPN, Origin was the only thing that didn't use it. It was the only thing that didn't realize I was using the VPN. Like, I was trying to do it with FIFA 14 a month ago, and I had the VPN there, I was trying to use that, all was dandy. Even Steam thought I was from the US, my browsers thought I was from the US, everything else thought I was in the US, but Origin was like, nope. We ain't falling for that shit, son. You're still in the UK unless you invented some form of teleportation device. Which they were right, I did not. So I sat there for several hours trying to work it out, and I never did. So I thought, well, clearly then Origin have stepped up their game against VPNs, but apparently not, because everyone else was using them. So I regret not getting it for Tuesday. But either way, we have the game now. We are enjoying it. And please take note, you can't shoot through these trees using the rocket launcher, because, well, logic has been applied actually, because I don't think if you shot through it, if you shot through a tree with a missile launcher, it would probably explode. So, yeah, that's something that's different from Battlefield 3. Right there, people, there's an improvement for you. But I'm pretty sure the first 2 rockets I fired at the helicopter would have actually taken it down, but unfortunately it was not the case because the tree gobbled up the explosion. So, yeah. One thing I do want to note in this video, for no doubt the few of you that will be wondering about this, today being Friday is usually Top Plays Day. But today we're not going to have a top plays. We're going to postpone it until next week. So we've got more time for people to send clips in. And also, I can play the game and enjoy the game. You know, if I was doing the top plays today, I wouldn't have been able to play Battlefield 4 at all today. Like, it's release day. I want to play. And this guy is a fucking retard. Like, son, if I'm walking into you and jumping all over the place and there's a high explosive behind me, you may want to move. Like, yeah, I mean, what did you think the frantic jumping up and down meant? Is he just sort of looked at me as if he was all puzzled, like, what the fuck's this guy doing? And then I died, and the icing on the cake on that one there was the fact that the guy actually got away and ran away and survived. So fuck you, whoever done that to me. But I want to get an opinion from you guys on the release of Battlefield 4. Are you guys enjoying it thus far? Do you think it's a huge step up from Battlefield 3, or is it only a minor step up, but you're still enjoying it regardless? Or do you think it's a disappointment? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm intrigued to know what the general consensus is of the Battlefield community here on YouTube. Personally, I am enjoying it thus far. I've only played about 3 hours or so, 3-4 hours of it today. And so far it's been a fairly smooth experience, apart from a couple of little issues here and there. For example, on that, it seems to be only the one map that's the problem with, and it's that railroad map that I forget the first part of it, but there's no railroad, and it seems it's only that map, at least from memory, but the audio just sort of cuts out half the time. Like, you can't hear any sort of background noise. It's a sort of common issue with Battlefield games, has been for a few years actually. It's been something that always pops up. Must be something to do with the Frostbite engine. But all the sound just sort of mutes except for like gunfire and maybe explosions, but everything else is totally silent. It's a kind of eerie, weird sort of scenario to be in. But that happens every once in a while when you're playing. That one particular map is really the one that was most commonly happening for. I don't remember if it actually happened for any other maps. But that's the sort of most common bug so far, but there's been 1 or 2 things here and there. A couple of glitchy, I don't know, like kill cams or whatever every once in a while. And yeah, generally it is actually working quite well. For a release of a AAA title as big as this, I would say it's went very, very smoothly. I mean, all you need to do is look at the fiasco with Grand Theft Auto Online to just know how smoothly this game actually has released. Grand Theft Auto Online was a disaster. And a lot of other games have actually been just as bad. Over the years, actually, I would say the track record of AAA titles online working on day one is very, very poor for the majority of games. So this is actually a relatively smooth sort of transition into this game. We don't need to wait several weeks before we can actually play for it to be stable. And I'm enjoying it. It's really good. I was enjoying this little bit of gameplay just here. We were sort of just rolling around, or we were just cruising around the sea in our patrol boat, doing our patrol, doing our thing, killing things and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It's actually something that's, I think, a really cool dynamic of this game is the whole sea sort of element to it. You know, you can actually have fights out in the sea, and that's pretty awesome, especially these patrol boats. These things are just tanks, honestly. These are just tanks on the sea. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm going to be making far more videos this week. I haven't made a video in about 6 days. That is the longest I went without making a video for probably over a year, or maybe more than that. But yeah, so we're going to actually be firing out a lot more videos of Battlefield 4 this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Help us out the channel, and we can make some more stuff for you. And I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.